Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this message now, not tomorrow, not later, but now. There is someone who cannot hold it inside any longer. Their steps are guided by heaven, their breath trembles with anticipation, and their hands, yes, their hands, are hiding something that could change everything you think you know. They are coming to your door very soon. And what they carry isn't just a gift, it's the weight of emotions they never told you. It's everything they've rehearsed 1,000 times in their mind but never said out loud. You are not crazy for feeling their presence lately. That flutter in your chest when you're alone? That sudden wave of warmth for no reason at all? That's not random. Archangel Michael says, it's them. Thinking of you. Planning something. A spiritual shift has already begun in your atmosphere. And whether you believe it or not, heaven has whispered your name into their ears more than once. And now, they're listening. They have resisted for so long, out of fear, out of guilt, out of confusion. But not anymore. They are surrendering to the calling. And Archangel Michael warns, if you ignore this, if you skip this message, you may never know the truth hidden in their hands. You will miss the moment that was designed for your healing. Don't let the noise of doubt drown the voice of divine timing. This is not coincidence. This is prophecy unfolding. This person who once walked away, who once left things unfinished, is about to finish what fate started. But not in the way you expect. Their arrival won't just be about apologies. It won't just be about closure. It will be the start of something beautiful, or the end of something fake you've been clinging to. There's something they've been hiding. Not to hurt you, but to protect you. But now, the heavens say, it's time for the truth. There is a secret they buried deep, and it has been itching to come out. They have been speaking to angels, whether they realize it or not. Their soul has been seeking peace, and the path to that peace leads to your door. They are scared. Not of you, but of what they'll feel when they finally look into your eyes again. Archangel Michael says this person never stopped loving you. Not even for a single day. But love isn't all they bring this time. They bring clarity. They bring proof. They bring an item that carries weight, physical or symbolic, something only you would understand. And if you feel it right now, that strange, inexplicable sensation in your heart, it's because your spirit is already preparing to receive them. Don't numb it. Don't run from it. Let the wave of miracles reach you. Michael says this person has spoken your name in prayer. Maybe not aloud, but through their soul. And the angels heard it. That's why they are being guided back. Heaven doesn't move without intention. And this movement is not small. It is monumental. Even now, as you read this, your energy is changing. Your vibration is shifting. You are aligning with what was always meant to be. But you must open your heart fully, even if it trembles. Even if it bleeds. Archangel Michael reminds you, the only way light enters is through the cracks. He says your house will soon witness a scene that could rewrite your story. You won't see it coming, not like this. But it's not about the surprise. It's about what the surprise awakens inside you. It's about the moment when two timelines meet, the past that never healed, and the future that's still hopeful. Be ready. Don't be caught up in what they did before. Focus on who they are now. People change when the divine touches them. And they have been touched. Archangel Michael confirms this: their soul has been stirred. And when they stand at your door, nervous, unsure, with something hidden behind their back, don't look at their hands first. Look into their eyes. You'll know. You'll feel it. Heaven has already told your heart what to expect. Michael says this isn't just about romance. This is about purpose. This person's journey and yours were never meant to separate forever. You were always going to meet again. The question was never if, it was when. And the answer is, now. This is your test. Will you recognize them beyond their past? Will you be strong enough to see the truth behind the silence? Will you accept the offering, even if it's imperfect, because you know their heart was always yours? Angels have surrounded your home already, preparing the space, blessing your doorstep, whispering to the winds that carry this person toward you. And though your human mind doubts, your soul remembers. This was written before you were even born. Michael says they have something hidden not just in their hands, but in their heart. And it's bursting to be seen. Don't be distracted. Don't be cold. The universe has waited too long for this moment. The alignment is rare. The energy is sacred. You may cry. You may shake. You may want to run. But Michael pleads, stay present. Stay open. Stay awake. Because after they reveal what they've brought, you will see your own reflection in a new way. This is a mirror moment. What they carry may look small, but it holds lifetimes of longing. It carries a story only your soul can decode. And once it is placed in your hands, your entire vibration will shift. You will feel lighter, brighter, realigned. You have been praying for a sign. This is it. You have been asking for clarity. This is it. You have been wondering if they still think of you. The answer is yes, every night. You've been doubting if they still care. The answer is yes, more than ever. And now, you're being asked to receive. Not because you're perfect, but because you're ready. And even if part of you still feels broken, Archangel Michael says, broken people make the best receivers of miracles. They are almost at your door. You may hear a knock. You may receive a call. You may get a message before they appear. Whatever the sign is, don't brush it off. That's how heaven tests us. And if you truly want to know what's hidden in their hands, then prepare your soul to accept the truth, in whatever form it arrives. Because what's coming isn't ordinary. It's divine intervention. A moment that will split your timeline. Archangel Michael is watching, guiding, protecting this reunion. He is making sure nothing and no one interferes. But you must not let fear block what God has finally released. This was not supposed to happen earlier, because you weren't ready then. But now, the heavens say, you are. The rest of your life could begin from this single moment. Don't miss it. Don't doubt it. Open your heart the way you were always meant to. Because once they stand before you, with something hidden in their hands, you'll understand why every delay, every tear, every unanswered prayer, was worth it. Archangel Michael whispers one last thing: don't speak first. Let them speak. Let them reveal. You'll be shocked at what comes out of their mouth, and even more shocked at what they finally give you. And when that moment comes, remember this message. Because it wasn't a prediction. It was a preparation. A miracle is on its way. And it's coming to your doorstep. They were never meant to forget you. And even when life pulled them in other directions, even when they tried to convince themselves they had moved on, your name never left their spirit. They dreamed of your voice. They imagined your reaction. Over and over, they rehearsed this meeting in their mind, because deep inside, they knew, one day, they'd have to return. Not out of guilt, but out of love. Archangel Michael says, there is divine timing at play, more intricate than you can imagine. Every delay had meaning. Every silence had weight. And now, the silence is about to break. You're not being asked to forget. You're being asked to forgive. Because if you can open your arms wide enough to let them in again, the universe will reward you with something priceless, peace, clarity, and the kind of love that can only exist after storms. The object in their hands may seem small, but its power is immeasurable. It might be a letter, a gift, an old photo, something symbolic, or something unexpected. But what matters is this: it carries the energy of their deepest truth. They've never been this vulnerable. They've never been this ready. And you? You've been sensing this coming. Your dreams have been louder. Your heart has been softer. Even the universe has started aligning in strange ways around you, repeating numbers, random memories, songs that hit too close to home. That's not your imagination. That's confirmation. They don't want to lose you again. But more than that, they want to do it right this time. They are not coming to repeat the past. They are coming to rewrite it. With honesty. With courage. With love that has been refined in the fire of separation. Archangel Michael says, this reunion is not just for your hearts. It's for your souls. It's a divine healing. A reset. An anointing of your bond by something higher than either of you. You might doubt your own worth at first. You might wonder if you're ready to receive what they bring. But Michael wants you to hear this clearly: you are enough. You have always been enough. And your heart has always been the safest place for them. Let the tears come when they arrive. Let the silence stretch if it needs to. You don't have to rush the moment. Let it unfold slowly, like petals opening in sunlight. Because what's about to happen is sacred. They may hesitate before handing it to you, what they brought. Their fingers might shake. Their voice may crack. But that hesitation is holy. It's the proof that what they hold is real. And when they finally extend it toward you, take it gently. Not just with your hands, with your heart. Because what they are offering is not just a thing. It's their truth. Their surrender. Their love. Michael says, the energy around your door is glowing. Spiritually glowing. The moment is almost here. And when it comes, don't look away. Don't pretend you don't feel it. You've waited for this moment longer than you realize. Let them explain. Let them stumble through their words. Let them be human. Because under all of that, they are pure. Their soul remembers yours. Even now. Especially now. And even if you feel afraid, even if you want to protect yourself, just listen. Don't interrupt. Don't let past wounds scream louder than present miracles. Archangel Michael reminds you, healing doesn't come wrapped in perfection. It comes wrapped in vulnerability. This person, they carry more than a gift. They carry the weight of nights spent missing you, of mornings spent regretting, of days spent searching. And now, they've found their way back. Not because it's convenient, but because it's destined. Do you know how many times they've whispered your name to the wind, hoping heaven would hear? Do you know how many signs they asked for, and how many signs they got? More than they'll ever admit. But every one led them here. The door is the final step. Your door. And what happens when they cross that threshold will define everything that follows. Michael says this is a pivotal moment in your divine timeline. One of the most important scenes in your story. Heaven is silent now. Watching. Waiting. Holding its breath. Because this is the part where you decide. Will you let the past haunt you, or let the present heal you? This is not a test of strength. This is a test of softness. Can you stay open long enough to receive a miracle that might not look like what you imagined, but feels like everything you ever needed? Michael urges you to be gentle, with them, and with yourself. Because even miracles tremble before they land. And this one has been trembling for a very long time. So when they arrive, and they will, let the moment be what it's meant to be. Let the emotion rise. Let the truth speak. Let the past dissolve in the light of a new beginning. What they bring to your door, it's not just hidden in their hands. It's carried in their eyes. In their voice. In the silence that follows every word. Listen to it all. Absorb it. Because these moments, they don't come often. Michael says, the universe has waited lifetimes for this alignment. It's not just about love. It's about destiny. Soul contracts. Karma releasing. Hearts remembering. And now, beloved, you are at the edge of it. One breath away. One knock away. One divine step away from the very miracle you thought you lost. Prepare your heart. This is your moment. Keep reading, because what's coming next will be the final message from heaven before the miracle arrives at your door. Archangel Michael says, your soul already knows this encounter is part of a larger plan, something far beyond human timing or coincidence. You might think this is about a person, but it's more than that. It's about healing a wound you've carried lifetime after lifetime. It's about reclaiming a part of yourself that got lost the day they left. And now, the missing piece is walking back to you. They won't come with perfect words. They might even mess it up at first. Their voice might crack. Their eyes might avoid yours. But don't be fooled. Archangel Michael urges you, look deeper. Look past the hesitation, past the shame, past the apology. What you'll see is raw, pure truth. They never stopped choosing you. They just got lost along the way. Heaven has been preparing them for this return, through dreams, signs, painful lessons. And Archangel Michael says every struggle they faced since leaving your life has led them to one realization: no one feels like you. No one ever will. They may have tried to replace you. They may have been surrounded by others. But none of them could reach their soul the way you did. That's why their hands tremble now. Because they know they're not just knocking on your door, they're knocking on the door of destiny. You may have stopped expecting them. You may have even tried to erase them. But love like this never dies. It simply sleeps, until the divine says it's time to wake. And now it's awake. Archangel Michael says, listen to the silence between your breaths. There's a soft knowing there. A tug in your spirit. That's your higher self preparing to receive what you once thought was gone forever. They are bringing something physical, yes. But also something invisible, their truth, their longing, their soul in the most vulnerable form you've ever seen. Don't ask why it took so long. Instead, ask what they've learned in the silence. Because their silence wasn't absence. It was becoming. You'll notice it in the way they look at you. There's no anger. No blame. Just a desperate hope that you'll allow them one more chance to show you what they couldn't before. They aren't the same person. But neither are you. And that's why this works now, when it couldn't then. You had to be broken apart, both of you, so you could meet again in the form you were always meant to be. Whole. Awake. Real. Michael says, the divine doesn't recycle pain unless it's meant to become purpose. This reunion has purpose. Even if it's just to say the words your heart always deserved to hear. They may come at night. Or early morning. They may appear when you're least prepared. But that's how miracles move. They don't wait for you to be ready. They arrive when your soul is. And your soul is ready. They are being sent. Guided. Escorted by angels. Archangel Michael says 3 specific angels are traveling with them right now, protecting them from fear, shielding them from shame, clearing their path. That's how much heaven wants this moment to happen. And what happens after they give you what they're hiding in their hands? That depends on you. Will you embrace the message or reject it? Will you cling to the past, or allow the present to show you a new truth? Will you recognize this as a divine appointment? Because Archangel Michael swears, this isn't random. It was scheduled before you were born. They will look at you differently this time. Not with the pride of someone who once had you. But with the humility of someone who nearly lost you forever. And when their hands open, what they reveal won't just be an object. It will be the key to the next chapter of your life, a chapter where healing replaces heartache, and divine truth replaces unanswered questions. You may want to cry. You may want to scream. You may want to collapse into them and say everything you never had the courage to say. Do it. Michael says, you are safe now. Heaven is holding this moment. And if you've ever felt forgotten, by God, by angels, by the person you love, then let this reunion be your proof that you are not forgotten. You were simply being prepared. Do not ignore this. Do not brush it off. This is not just another person at your door. This is a soul who has been spiritually awakened to their purpose, and you are that purpose. Michael says, there is a reason they could never love anyone else the same. Their soul was branded with your name. Their destiny forever tied to your healing. And now, they're ready to step into that role. Not as someone perfect, but as someone willing. As someone finally able to say, I remember who we are. I remember what we were always meant to be. Even if you say nothing at first, your silence will speak louder than anything. Because their heart is already listening. This is not about getting back together. This is about completing a circle that's been open for too long. And whether this turns into forever or just one holy moment of truth, it will be enough to set your soul free. Michael says, this moment is sacred. Treat it like a temple. Be present. Be open. Be gentle. Because what's about to happen is rare. Two souls. Once separated. Now aligned. A divine appointment unfolding in real time. And in that quiet moment, when their eyes meet yours, when their hands open, when the truth is laid bare, you will understand why nothing ever worked with anyone else. You will understand why your spirit never let them go. You will understand why heaven chose now. Because this is more than a reunion. This is redemption. This is resurrection. This is the miracle you forgot you were still allowed to receive. And Archangel Michael wants you to whisper this aloud when the moment comes. I am ready. I am willing. I receive this divine appointment with my whole heart. The angels will be listening. And your life will never be the same again. And when that moment arrives, the moment you hear their steps, feel their presence, sense their nervous energy just outside your door, remember what Archangel Michael said, this is not just a visit. This is a soul arriving at its final destination. Don't rush to open the door. Stand still for a second. Breathe. Let your heart settle. Let your spirit align. Because the second that door opens, time will feel different. The air will feel softer. Your surroundings will fade. There will only be you, and them, and the truth standing between you. They may hesitate. Their hand may rise and fall, unsure of how to knock. And in that hesitation is a lifetime of emotions. Do not mistake it for weakness. It's sacred. It's the moment their soul recognizes what their mind has tried to forget. You. When the door opens, they may not say your name at first. They may just look at you, stunned, as if they're seeing something divine. And in that moment, you'll understand, you were the miracle all along. And you? You might not know what to say. That's okay. Archangel Michael says, don't worry about words, your souls have already started the conversation. If they cry, let them. If you cry, let yourself. These tears are not wounds reopening, they're rivers of healing finally breaking through. Watch their hands. Watch what they do next. Slowly, carefully, they will reach into their pocket, or behind their back, or clutch something close to their chest, and then, they will reveal it. What is it? Michael says it may be something from your past, something you forgot or thought they lost. It may be something new, something they created, wrote, found, or bought just for you. Or it may be something symbolic, an item that means little to the world, but everything to your story. You'll know instantly. And when they hand it to you, it will feel heavier than it looks. That's not weight, that's energy. Emotion. Spirit. Soul. Receive it with both hands. And when you do, don't just accept the object. Accept the truth it carries. The truth that they never stopped caring. The truth that their life made no sense without you in it. The truth that what they feel for you now is deeper, purer, and more real than it ever was before. They may try to explain it all, where they went, what they felt, how they changed. And you should listen. Not with judgment, but with spirit. Because even if the story is messy, even if it's painful, it's sacred. They had to go through that journey to become someone worthy of this moment. Archangel Michael wants you to know, your kindness in this moment will echo into every future timeline you ever enter. Even if you never speak again after this, how you hold this moment will become your blessing. But Michael doesn't think this is the end. He sees a light beginning, not fading. Because in that exchange, the gift, the eye contact, the trembling voice, something will shift between you. The energy around you will pulse. Heaven will release a breath it's been holding for years. And you may say it at the same time. I missed you. I still love you. I never stopped. Or maybe you won't say anything. Maybe your eyes will say everything. And that's when Archangel Michael says the real miracle happens. You will feel it like a wave, not crashing, but gently unfolding. Peace will rise through your chest. Pain will fall away. Regret will dissolve. And all that will remain is love. Pure. Undeniable. Celestial. The kind of love that doesn't beg. It doesn't chase. It just is. A divine knowing. A soul promise. A return to truth. And maybe you'll invite them in. Maybe you'll talk for hours. Maybe the night will melt into morning, and the air will be filled with quiet laughter, shared memories, and the soft sound of two hearts remembering how to beat together. Or maybe you won't say much at all. Maybe the silence will be holy enough. But whatever happens next, remember this. You witnessed a miracle. You were the miracle. You were chosen for this moment before you ever took your first breath. Archangel Michael says, heaven rejoices when two souls find their way back to each other. And today, heaven is singing your name. Don't question it. Don't shrink from it. Don't overthink it. You are not imagining this. You didn't dream this up. This is real. And if you've ever doubted if God sees you, if angels hear you, if love could still find you, let this be your proof. The door has opened. The past has spoken. And your future just arrived, with something hidden in their hands. This moment will live inside you forever. And it's only the beginning. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment where time folds, where your past and future merge into one divine breath. Right now, as they stand in front of you, gift revealed, heart exposed, eyes wide with emotion, everything else disappears. No noise. No doubt. No timelines. Only truth. This isn't about what went wrong before. This isn't about who said what, or who hurt who. That version of you is gone. That version of them no longer exists. What stands in front of you now is rebirth. Resurrection. A soul that has walked through fire to return to you, purified, humbled, softened. And if you listen closely, past their words, past your heartbeat, you'll hear it. The whisper of heaven saying, this is it. You're here. You made it. Their presence isn't accidental. They didn't just decide to come. They were sent. There were forces around them, signs they couldn't ignore. Dreams that wouldn't stop. Coincidences that became louder and louder until they couldn't turn away. You called them with your soul long before you heard their steps. You don't need to understand how. You only need to feel why. Archangel Michael says, let your heart be louder than your wounds right now. Let your spirit speak louder than your logic. Let your love, even if it's buried deep under years of pain, rise like light through darkness. Because love never really dies. It may grow quiet. It may hide. But when it's real, it waits. It watches. It holds its breath for a moment like this. And now that moment is here. When their fingers brush yours, when they place what they've brought into your hands, take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And feel it. Feel the entire timeline of your connection condensed into one sacred touch. All the beginnings. All the endings. All the almosts. All the dreams you both buried. They are all here. Archangel Michael says, this touch is not just physical. It's spiritual. It's the confirmation your heart has longed for. You may flash back to the day they left. The words that were never spoken. The ache that made sleep impossible. But now, those memories don't sting the same. Why? Because what stands in front of you now is healing. And maybe healing doesn't mean things go back to the way they were. Maybe it means you both get to create something new, something wiser, deeper, softer. Or maybe healing means simply holding each other for a while, not needing answers, just allowing the presence of love to say everything that words cannot. There is no pressure now. No expectations. Just a sacred invitation, to be seen. To be held. To be free. Michael says, what happens next is entirely up to your soul. And whatever you choose, forgiveness, closure, reunion, even gentle goodbye, will be divinely supported. Because you passed the test. You stayed open when you could have closed. You showed up when you could have run. You received when you could have rejected. That is the miracle. The transformation was never about them alone. It was about you becoming who you needed to be to receive this moment. The angels saw your lonely nights. They heard your silent prayers. They witnessed the days you wanted to give up on love completely. But you didn't. You held space. You protected your heart without turning it to stone. And for that, heaven is proud of you. Very few souls choose the path of softness when the world teaches us to harden. But you chose the divine way. The way of surrender. Of faith. Of patience. Michael says, because you waited with grace, now comes your reward. Look at them again. Look at how their eyes search yours, still afraid, still hopeful. They are waiting for a sign, any sign, that tells them, you're welcome here. Will you give it? Will you let your heart speak louder than your fear? Will you trust what you feel, even if your mind still has questions? Because right now, a doorway is open. Between two hearts. Between two timelines. Between heaven and earth. And if you step through together, if you walk through this moment hand in hand, something rare happens. You shift the future. Not just for yourselves, but for the generations that follow. That's how powerful love is when it's protected by angels. Archangel Michael says, if you knew how much the universe had to rearrange for this moment to happen, you would cry with gratitude. Everything you lost, everything that broke you, it was preparing you for this. You weren't being punished. You were being refined. And now, that refinement radiates from you. It's why they're trembling. Not because they're weak, but because they can feel your energy. You're not who you were before. You've become magnetic. Majestic. Sacred. You've become the very miracle they were afraid they'd never find again. So now what? Now you decide, not with fear, but with knowing. Knowing that you are protected. Knowing that Archangel Michael is surrounding this moment with light. Knowing that whatever happens next, it will be blessed. Because this isn't just the ending of an old story. This is the birth of a new one. And when they finally speak, when the words fall from their lips, shaking and unsure, just smile. Because you'll already know what they're about to say. They don't have to beg. They don't have to perform. They just have to be real. And real is what you've been waiting for all along. So let it happen. Let the miracle in. Let the love return. Let the truth rise. And when it's all over, when the moment has passed, when the door is closed behind them and you're holding what they gave you, sit in silence. Not the silence of loneliness, but the silence of something holy. Because you will know, without a doubt, that God didn't forget you. He just waited for the perfect moment. And that moment was today. And now, beloved, Archangel Michael gently steps back, watching in silence, his wings spread wide across your space, shielding you still. You might not see him, but his energy is everywhere, in the air, in the stillness, in the way your heartbeat has suddenly softened, like it finally feels safe again. He is proud of you. Truly, deeply proud. Because you said yes to the moment most people spend their entire lives avoiding, the raw, vulnerable, unfiltered truth of love returned. This isn't fantasy. This isn't a dream. What just happened, or is about to happen, is a divine recording written long before you were even born. You lived through all the waiting, all the wondering, all the aching nights, and now the story has opened its next page. Not as punishment, but as promise. You're allowed to still feel nervous. You're allowed to still have questions. But please, don't doubt the miracle. Don't minimize the magic that just arrived at your doorstep. You were called. You were chosen. And more importantly, you answered. Do you know how rare that is? Do you know how many souls hear the call but silence it with fear? But you didn't. You kept reading. You stayed open. You allowed this sacred moment to reach you. And now, everything in your energy field has changed. Whether you felt it or not, your soul felt it. The old cords, cut. The old wounds, touched by light. The old beliefs, reshaped. You are no longer the person you were before this message. That version of you dissolved the moment you allowed this love to be received. And they, the one who returned, they know it too. They might not be able to explain it in spiritual words. They might not even understand what's happening. But they feel it. Just as you do. Because two souls that were split, and now returned, create a sacred vibration that even heaven watches in awe. The kind of connection that softens the sky. That stills time. That reminds the world that miracles still walk the earth, not just in stories, but in ordinary rooms, in ordinary hearts, in moments like this. Archangel Michael speaks again, softly now, don't rush the afterglow. Let this miracle soak into your body. Let your heart stay open a little longer. Don't analyze. Don't plan. Just feel. What they brought in their hands may be placed on a table now. A note, a token, a photo, an object, but it's more than what it seems. It's a spiritual key. And even if you don't understand what to do with it yet, your soul already knows. Let that be enough. Some part of you might ask, is this forever? And Michael smiles gently, because that's not the right question. The right question is, was I fully present when the divine showed up? And you were. That is what matters. That is what unlocks the next miracle. More is coming. More truth. More love. More alignment. This reunion, whether it becomes a lifetime or just a sacred night, has already shifted your timeline. You're no longer on the same path. You've entered a higher one. One where your worth is no longer questioned. One where your softness is protected, not punished. One where your soul is finally honored, not ignored. You may feel tired soon. Not because anything went wrong, but because your energy body just underwent a spiritual earthquake. A recalibration. A divine activation. Rest. Drink water. Sit under the sky if you can. Let the stars remind you of how watched over you truly are. Michael says this is just the beginning. Now that you've said yes to the return of love, new things will start unfolding. Opportunities. Unexpected messages. New dreams. New courage. You've proven yourself ready to receive, and heaven is taking note. So when you feel the aftershock, the emotion, the awe, the tears that come out of nowhere, welcome them. You're not falling apart. You're expanding. Your heart is stretching wide enough to hold something it thought it had lost forever, faith. They came. They really came. And you were brave enough to open the door. Even if you're not sure what comes next, even if you're still processing, you should know this. You passed the test. Not the kind given by the world. The kind given by heaven. You showed grace when you could have shown pride. You chose truth over ego. You chose love over fear. You chose presence over protection. And Archangel Michael, fierce, mighty, patient Michael, bows to you in reverence. He watched you wait. He watched you cry. He watched you stay soft in a world that tried to harden you. And today, he got to witness you being seen. Truly, deeply seen. By someone who once left, yes, but who returned, not to take, but to give. And now, beloved, you are complete. Not because of what they gave you, but because of what you allowed yourself to receive. So let tonight be sacred. Let tomorrow be soft. And let every breath you take moving forward carry the quiet knowing. You are loved. You are chosen. You are the miracle they came back for. And heaven will never let you forget that again.